Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheimr Shenanigans playthrough here in MISTOVER. We are in the bustling battlefields for the very first time, and our old furry friend has appeared before us. Greetings, you're just on time. I needed your help. Have you heard of the Archives? They're a special place where the tribe of the Chronicles stored the entire history of the world as they traveled between dimensions. They built many archives to make sure their knowledge wouldn't get lost, but over time, most of them were destroyed. The last one is located in the Cursed Town. But we can't get to these archives because the hive mind is controlling it. This monster is the master of the flying blobs and seems determined to keep the archives all for himself. If you can gain control, that would be of great help to us all. The archives are located underneath the town, right below the hive mind's current location. Can you defeat the hive mind and reclaim the archives? I wish you luck. Yes, the final boss of the area has been revealed, the hive mind. A creature of terror. But we aren't here to deal with him today. He will be for another day. We still haven't killed the Orbis Brain. So that is actually the next episode. Unless we get some crazy weird drop that I need to go farm. We are here today for polluted soil samples at the request of Steffen, also known as Katharina, our lovely alchemist that enjoys ventriloquism. I don't know why I just lost the word there for a second. So today I wanted to, first of all, apologize. 2020 has been off to a great start, meaning that I've been sick. Great year. But it's okay. Things can only go up from here, right? That's how the saying goes. Ooh, is it actual time to mental amulet? Sure. And now that I'm feeling a little bit better, I wanted to talk about DLC. Am I just starstruck off the bat? Yeah, sure, why not? It has been confirmed that DLC is coming. We haven't heard anything new about it. I just know it's coming. Because they confirmed a long time ago. So this is not new news. It's old news. That I'm talking about now because I wanted to talk a little bit about where I think the direction could go. I mentioned a while ago that I had... Ooh, you're standing in a row. For me. Then I had ideas of a video where I would talk about where I think they could go with the DLC. There are a lot of directions. And I mentioned in previous episodes that... Ooh, evasion. That Shylock, the lovely gentleman we met at the beginning of this episode, not too long ago, is kind of like a starting off point. Shylock wants us to reclaim the archives, and from there, you know, they could do anything. They could just create entire new zones, being like, hey, look, the archives located this weird world in the mist. Let's go explore it, DLC. And it wouldn't be, in my mind, too dissimilar to, the first DLC for, like, Darkest Dungeon, where they basically created a new zone, the vampire thingy, with its own unique mechanic. And I could easily see that being a thing that they bring into MISTOVER in some capacity. Obviously, they're not the same developers. They're very different developers. The game is also very different, but it's the same, like, sub-genre-ish. So, it wouldn't surprise me at all. if they went with a direction like that. Well, crap. Maybe I should have mental amulet. I just wanted to hit harder. Is that so wrong? We're about to get a lot of hits on Masamune. Unless we kill them all. Boom. That's what I was talking about. So with creating a new zone, they could do anything. The world of the Mist is a strange place, and I'm not really sure what I would like to see. I think that the vampire idea is kind of cool. Like in Darkest Dungeon, the way that they went with it is very... I didn't play it a lot. I played it very little, okay? So just don't take my entire word for it. But, if I remember correctly, they added like a new mechanic where if you had your blood infested, there was a consumable you could buy that would control it, but as your thirst for blood got stronger, as the debuff became more powerful, you would get beneficial effects. And then if it became too powerful, you would get negative effects. I think something like that would be cool. Maybe they don't need a new mechanic, maybe they just add a new zone with its own story. Like, oh man, I don't even know. I think the Sleeping Lake, which is the final zone of the game, doesn't actually have much to it. So maybe they could expand upon the Sleeping Lake, or like, at the very end of the game, a portal sort of opens into Sleeping Lake. I'm trying to say this without any spoilers. But maybe like a portal opens and we find out, oh look, we're not actually done. Oh no, what should we do? We can go explore this portal now. Because I still actually don't know exactly what happens at the end. I just know that the Sleeping Lake is the last zone and there's one boss there. And it's the last boss. That's all I know. So, nothing too exciting. Just healing Hisi. And they could do something even on a smaller scale. Maybe not introduce a whole new zone. They could introduce just a new class or just a new mechanic. I don't know if I see them introducing classes that way. Maybe they would. I don't know. That's a thought that I'm not sure about. Like, I think just releasing a class, like a class pack, I don't know if they would do that. Maybe they would. But I would kind of see it as, if they did release a new class, it would be a class associated with the place. So, like, maybe... And I wanted to talk about classes because I have way more ideas for classes than I do for places. Because they could do anything. They could do, like, a dimension of Earth. They could do... I don't know. It's literally limitless, and it would depend exactly on what they want to do. But with classes, this is where I had some ideas. This is where my magic was working in my brain. Oh, I missed, huh? 6 hit points. Freaking starfish. So a class I would like to see, and they already have mechanics for it. There's no enemies around here. Yeah. Would be a summoner. Because they recently changed up how the Onmyoji summons work. The Paper Turtle and the Blessedakis. You can only have one on the field at all now. So I wouldn't hate to see like a Final Fantasy type summoner. Where, you know, you could... Maybe you had like access to like 5 summoning spells or something that all did different things. And I'm scared. And oh, that's terrifying. Hello. Goodbye. And so you could stack different, you know, summoners. So maybe you have one summoner that spawns like a healing totem or healing thing. Doesn't have to be a totem. That's just what I thought of because I play World of Warcraft. Or one that spawns like an AoE spamming thing. Maybe there's one out there that does have taunts. Who knows? I just think a summoner would be cool. And then one of my, I wouldn't call it a complaint, but one thing I've always mentioned with Mistover is I think they didn't really, they've added in things to make it so that you can move yourself and enemies forward and backwards, but they never really capitalized on it, I guess you could say. So for example, another game that I played that did it was, what's it called? I have it, I think. And it's gonna bug me now. It's a 3DS game, and basically it had a very similar 3x3 layout. Actually, I don't remember what the size of it was. I think it was bigger. But moving yourself and moving allies and enemies around in their different positions was a big deal. It was a huge part of the combat. And I always thought, you know, Mistover could do that better. In one of my videos, I talked about, like, making a Jedi. Oh, this sucks. Making a, like a Jedi that could force push and force pull and lightsaber throw and, you know, all those shenanigans. Obviously, Krafton wouldn't do that because of issues with patents. Or is it patent? It's not. That's not the word. Issues with. I know the word, and it's escaped my brain, and it's making me sad now. I don't know. Basically, Disney would throw a fuss if they made a Jedi character. Is what I'm trying to say. I can't put the words together in my brain right now. Ugh, 2020. And I think another type of healer would be really cool. Because I love the sister, don't get me wrong. I love the sister a lot. But I also think it'd be cool to have another type of healer. My favorite type is actually... This one? This one. Is actually from... well, there are two ways it could go. My preference. One is from Rift, which is an MMO. Well, both of them are from MMOs, actually. But Rift, there was a specific spec for the mage called Chloromancer. And basically, the way this Chloromancer worked is it dealt damage and healed people based on the damage that it dealt. Right now, World of Warcraft has something similar called the Discipline Priest, which I play. I enjoy it very much. Even if they nerf it to hell and back, I enjoy it very much. And so that something like that, where you dealt damage and healed for like a percentage of it. There's something like that already in the game, of course, with the Bloodthirsty Sword here for the Ronin, and then there's a buff that the Omyoji can apply to everyone that makes all of their abilities do that. Ooh, we actually need a dress for Rune, because she's rocking something from the forest still. But like a class that's dedicated to doing that, I think would be really cool. Not just one-off abilities or having to use a cooperative ability to buff for it. The other idea is going back to Warhammer Online, which that's a blast from the past. Oh, that poor game. And the idea is there was a class. It was the class that I played. If you were playing as Destruction, it was the Goblin Shaman. And if you were playing as Order, it was the High Elf Archmage. And basically what it did was it both healed and DPS'd. And as you continued to heal, your next damaging ability would do more damage. And as you damaged, your next healing ability would do more healing. So there was this really delicate balance back and forth of damaging and healing to kind of keep your... You had like a bar at the top of the screen that would lean towards one way or another depending on what you were focusing on. And so a really popular strategy was to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, popping the heal over time on everybody, just everyone that you could. and building up that increased damage, and then using your channeled ability, because that would just, it would tick multiple times because you were channeling it, but it would just, all of its ticks would trigger the max damage bonus. It was really cheesy, and it was really great, and I loved it. And I think that would be a lot of fun in Mistover. I don't know how they could do it exactly like that, because a character would need like their own unique resource. Maybe if they went like with a double resource bar, kind of like how in Diablo 3, the Demon Hunter has both hatred and discipline. That's a thing, right? Maybe something like that. I don't know. I still think it would be a great idea. I just am not entirely sure how it would be implemented. Come at me, bro. I'm ready for you. That's actually my most genius idea. I'm in love with it already. Let's see, what else could I come up with for classes? Another tank would be cool, but how do you add another tank? Because the only real tank in the game is the Paladin, right? The Ronin is a pseudo tank. Am I stunning this? No, we're going in. We're bold. We're big and we're bold. The Paladin's a pseudo tank. The Werewolf is a pseudo tank. And wait, what? The Ronin is a pseudo tank. That's what I meant to say first. The Paladin's a real tank, and then the Werewolf is a pseudo tank. I might kill this. I might not. I tried. So how would you make another tank? I'm trying to think of all the archetypes I've seen before, and how I would just cram it into Mist. Yeah, 56 health. It's freaking rude. My damage dealers are stunned too. I guess there's, from Star Wars The Old Republic, they had a tank type that was based on ranged units. Or it was ranged, basically. How would that even work? I don't know. They could have, like, an engineer alchemist. Oh, that could be cool. I mean, we have Katharina, right? Is that, like, a foundation that we could build upon somehow? I think one of my favorite iterations of alchemists is from EverQuest Online Adventures. Another MMO. It's long dead. But the Alchemist was a class from the first expansion for that game. And it was a sorcerer, basically. And it created its own potions. Like, you had spells to create potions. And you also had damaging spells, like basic magic stuff. Like, really basic. Like a frost spell or fireball. Nothing fancy. And your main source of damage was to throw these potions. Like, you literally threw the potions at people. But you could also use magic if you, 1, ran out of potions, or 2, were in a pinch. And I think something like that would be really neat. Also, we're under attack by something, and I can't see it. Oh, it's there. Where are my flowers? It's the real question. There's another enemy nearby, and I can't freaking see it. Oh, I found it. Scared the shit out of me. Also, we're going to be attacked after this. Oh, you... Oh. This can be fixed. I don't like the solution, but it can be fixed. Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm moving this way for a purpose. Don't worry. Well, now I'm worried. Oh, dear God. Unengineered doesn't make much sense in Mistover settings. Awkward. Because the way I would do an engineer... Just trying to stun again. Like, there are multiple ways to approach an engineer. One of them would be, like, spawning turrets. So, like, a different type of summoner. Another way would be going a wild star on it and making it... I mean, I guess wild star engineers summon turrets too, didn't they? But they, like, got into mechs and stuff, which is always cool. And mechs don't make sense in this game. It's cool, but it doesn't make sense. Guess I'm doing this. Rune is in a pinch. She's not the only one in a pinch now. Please die. This is getting... something. Guess we're doing this. No, good crit. We need to start killing people real fast. Real fast. Real fast. How could I? How could I miss? Masamune, you must live. I did bring potions. Well, a potion. I'm gonna run out of mana here in a second. Okay, kill this. Devil's Eye this. Okay, never mind, I'm just gonna miss. That's fine. If everything could go wrong, it went wrong. This is the only potion I have. Oh, I have one more potion, I think. I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. That was my only potion. I need to get back in position, which is really proving to be difficult. Oh my god. What the fuck? Finally, we have our key back. Okay. We're stabilizing. I need to stay here. You need to heal Masamune. I need to get everyone back in position and recover, because we're about to be attacked right away again. I'm actually impressed I didn't forget that. I almost did. Alright, we killed it. Finally. After going like 100 turns. We got this sharp, but we're about to... Oh, we aren't going to be attacked. Okay, hold on. Fuck off, please. Hold on. Let me... Okay, sorry, that scared the crap out of me. To say that we're in a pickle. Is not even the worst of it. But I think we have gotten through. It is a little unfortunate, though, that we have quite the limbo after effects stacked up on both Masamune and... what's his face? Easy. And I just spammed my way through C and start bulleted on turn 1. Good. I swear, something is wrong with me. I don't even know what it is. Thank you all for bearing with me this far. I hope you all are having a great year. I really do. There we go. That's what I meant to do turn 1. We might be in a better position if I did actually do that turn 1, but it's okay. 77% chance. But unfortunately, because of our limbo after effects, Masamune's damage is in the gutter. The gutter. Unfortunate. So, to make me feel better about myself, let's continue theory crafting, shall we? Engineers don't make sense. I like the alchemist idea. That feels good. Alchemists can also heal, depending on who you're asking, I suppose. A beast tamer sort of thing? It kind of reminds me of the summoner. But I mean, it's a different take on summoner, right? Trying to think of other archetypes that we could... Oh. There are more monsters. It's news to me. My thoughts on more archetypes continues. Don't you dare. It's fine. More ways to stun would be cool. Make more... like an actual proper enchanter. I love enchanters. Even the Onmyoji, which isn't really an enchanter, but it's kind of an enchanter. And what I mean, that was a 728 hit on non-crit. Okay. But what I mean by that is my first experience with enchanters, kind of, is EverQuest Online Adventures, and they kind of cemented my idea of what an enchanter was. And in that game, enchanters could spawn pets. They're usually like inanimate suits of armor that got more and more extravagant as time went on. Well, as they leveled up. And they could kind of specialize one of two ways once Frontiers came out. They could either turn into an animator, I think that's what it's called, where their pet was their deal. They made big pets. Big pet smash. And a... Spellweaver? No, that's Malagos. Spellbinder. Spellbinder. And basically the Spellbinder was a mana battery. They focused on all the spells in the world that would like leech stuff from their foes and give stuff to their friends. And I think that idea is really cool. Obviously, there is already the Grim Reaper that focuses on debuffing everything, but she's not like a steal from your enemy, give to your foe type of debuffer. She's a, here's a debuff. Screw my friends. They're here to protect me while I do all the hard work. So we completed our quest. We've also done things. Completed our quest and obtained both golden chests. So I'm inclined to just GTFO. I'm gonna fly with my sword up here. Pick up these chests, because silver chests can sometimes contain good things like that. And this. The last silver key is probably way over there in that corner, and I don't care. I really don't. We have almost died today. And I'll be damned if we do. Blop. Last silver chest. I can't open it, unfortunately, but we're going to take our leave of this place. Ooh. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Deep breaths. Everyone lived. We made it out. After freaking out. Always exquisite. Ooh. Despatch. We gotta get rid of that. We rescued a sister. Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? I remember. I like how everything was smooth except for that one calamitous encounter that almost destroyed me. Mind and body. Hello, Adele. I'm here because I forget to do this if I don't do it now. And everyone's here with me. When luminosity is at 50% or above, your chance to escape increases when inflicting a critical hit. Does that have enough conditions or what? I'm just going to get rid of this, because it's always a good thing now. Your evade increases by 10% when missing the target. Eh. If possible, we would re-roll everything to try and get, like, the constant buffs, but that's a lot. Of both money and of the Purified Mist. Star Striker, rank 4. Rank 5. I like how it's kind of bugged. Like when you click on... If you look at the little icon next to the symbol that shows the class you're cooperating with, when you click on it and expand it like this, it always shows a pure white template. So they have pure white, like eyes and hair and artifacts. Accessory? Accessory. That's the one. I don't know when that bug came in. It's been there for a little bit. Masamune Strike. There was a time when I really wanted Showdown. But, and earlier I mentioned that I kind of didn't care if we leveled up Mental Amulet, but I've changed my tune. We're leveling up Mental Amulet. We are leveling it up. Let's take a look at Veronica real quick. Hello. You have Love, His Protection, Sweet Foe, and Overwhelming Love. Not bad. And 4 skill points. Also not bad. And the Last Prayer. Wow. Aren't you good? Too good. The civic power. Please, grant me your blessing. I mean, that's not... It's not terrible. I don't know if it's good, but it's not terrible. Also, Rune, hello. Would you like a civic dress? So we're going from 8829, 20 and 9. This is some crit and weaken speciality, that's fine. To 134, 24 and 4. Oh, that's not much of an upgrade, but it is an upgrade. And Rune surviving is pretty important to our plan overall. So that's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to start dumping stuff. This is beautiful, though. The one... Rolling bleed resist is fine, because now we can just dump all of our weapons into this, and it will always get power. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's an upgrade for Lauhi. This Kusanagi is not, though, because we have an epic Kusanagi. So let's just pump this civic power, shall we? I don't want the lance. We haven't had a paladin for a long time. There's a reason for that. Chain. We have basically caught up to the other's power, wherever that is. I don't think I can... Everything's +1. Hold on. I don't want to sacrifice this if it's actually better. Because a better weapon means more healing. And more healing is good. It is better. So we're not going to do that. Oops. I want to evaluate it, though. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Oh, speed. Do I have 2 more spots on this? 2 more. I guess we're getting a 1-2 and a 1-1. That's fine. We're gonna get to 30 exactly. 3 speed kind of sucks, or -3 speed. But that's what we have Mental Amulet for. Okay, so this is a bug I've noticed every now and then with fusing. I'm not going to complain, because looking at gift horse in the mouth is something you should never do. But if you noticed, we went up 2 points there instead of just 1. Because it was 29 attack at the max, and now it's 31. Even though it was +1. That's been there for a long time. Again, not looking at gift horse in the mouth. But just something I thought I'd mention. More town storage, yes. And more gold. I'm leaving the XP thing here because, again, it's always nice to get more XP. But that means... It means you can't farm as long. And I'm buying medium food now because we were running pretty low on food in that last expedition, and I brought 5 small food with me, so... Hi, Stella. I have returned with soil examinations. Yes. I have returned with what Steffen has asked. You give your polluted soil samples to Stella. When you look closer, you see that they're oozing with the slime that comes from the flying blob flesh. Ugh. No wonder nothing grows in that soil. Now it makes sense why everyone left those lands. Yeah, it does. The fight against the flying blobs is, of course, one of the reasons the people fled. But the contaminated soil is perhaps the biggest reason why that place became so desolate. No. I will send your soil samples to the alchemy workshop. You've done a great job. Otsukare-sama. Thanks. And we got alchemy supplies, which is great. So all that's left... Well, no, we have to do this, then we have to do the final boss. So next time, the dominating brain, we shall slay the Orbis brain and free somebody. I thought Steffen would have something to say to me, but I guess not. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Next time, we take on the Orbis brain. And if I have any more DLC ideas, I'll, spill them. And if you have any DLC ideas, let me know. I suppose that's more important. Foster communication and community and ideas and stuff. Okay, bye.